I'm going to go over this Parker 89.5 vise today because I think this is pretty cool. This is one of the neatest vices I've ever had. Actually, it is. You know, the jaws are 5 3/8 inches wide. It's kind of an odd dimension, but they call this like a humpback because of the shape of it. But this thing is really, you can put a lot in it. The jaws are just under 8 inches deep, and you can fit a 6-inch piece of steel in here. I think this is actually 6 5/8 outside diameter, and that sets right in there. One of the really neat things about this vise and these jaws is because of the depth of the vise, these make a nice shelf. So I've had to put stuff in the jaws before, and I can rest it. Like I had a 6-inch piece of channel I had to work on, so I opened the jaws enough, put it in, and it rested on that, so I could clamp on it easily. So these are nice for that. But if you take them out, where I measured the vise to open 9 inches or so, it actually is over 3 inches wider in here, so you can really clamp onto wide stuff. It's just, it's one of the things that makes this thing really cool. And with these jaws, and what I've actually done with this before is these come out, and then you can fit something really large in there. I've held 6-inch square stock in this before, clamped it down and been able to work on it. I made a bumper out of it. It opens, I think, with this fully engaged here. This opens to about 9 inches. And this is, when I got the vise, this is the lead screw that came with it, which it broke. I tried to fix it, but it wasn't to be. I actually found another vise that was the same thing, and I stole the lead screw out of it, and I made a lead screw and a nut for the other vise, because these old Parker lead screws, it's an Acme thread or a square thread, but it's 3 threads per inch, which is not something that I can find anywhere these days. But I took this thing all apart when I got it and cleaned it up. And it says in the book, if you look it up, it says that this thing weighs, oh jeez, it says that this thing weighs 145 pounds. When I weighed it, it weighed 160 plus pounds. So there's a pin back here. We'll see. There's a pin behind this that holds the lead screw in, and let me get some more. There's a pin. This pin holds the wedge in that the lead screw hooks into in this nut. And now, if you look, you can see that the cast is broke on this. So what I actually did was I carved a nut and I put it in here so that this sets a little further back than it originally did, because it only grabs right in the front and right in the back. So by moving it, I moved it to a position where it can grab. I had to slide this vise nut back because of the inside of it being broke. I drilled another hole. Like, I brought it back, used the nut in the front as a wedge to keep it from going any further forward, and then drilled a hole for this position to pin it so that that nut's captured and can't go forwards or backwards. I guess a lot of these vices, because of the really intense pressure here, they wind up cracking here on the jaw, of the movable jaw. This one hasn't. You know, as far as that goes, this is in really good shape. But this, you know, would take somebody with some skills to try to braze something in there. I don't possess that sort of skill, but that's the lead screw that I got with it. And I got this retaining Parker piece, which I guess these are pretty hard to come by as well. But when I got it, I cleaned it all up, you know, tried to get any rust off, and I didn't want to paint it, but I put this stuff on it. It's try to keep it from rusting. Now that I've broken it by dropping it on the ground. So we're into a full nut here. Yeah, so I got 9 inches with a full nut through there. At that set forward a little bit more, I'd probably get 10, but I'm very happy with it the way it is, and this jaw supports it. I just wanted to share this thing, and like I said, there's I'll see if I can find it and throw the picture in of this vise, you know, one of the old Parker manuals, but the jaws are replaceable, but they're in pretty good shape on this. And like I said, this is, I guess, you know, this is where they typically crack, and you'll see them welded because of the, you know, because there's such a leverage on there. I actually purposefully, when I made this handle up, I made it a little shorter because I know the vise is old, and I mean, I use it, but I don't want to beat on it and break it, because it's better to have the thing and use it for the things I need than to break it and not have it at all. That's my Parker 89 and a half.